On the timeline, I'm Army Sergeant Mark Parr. On July 9, 1798, the United States began a 2-year naval war with France. That same day, inventor Eli Whitney announced his novel proposal to begin manufacturing military firearms using standardized interchangeable parts. On this day in 1846, Marines and sailors from the sloop Portsmouth landed in Northern California, raising the U.S. flag over San Francisco as they occupied the Mexican town. On July 9, 1918, the Distinguished Service Medal and the Silver Star were first established. On this day in 1951, United Nations forces in Korea were launching their 5-month summer and fall offensive. And on July 9, 1964, an Air Force C-47 crew from the 1st Air Commando Wing was awarded the service's Mackay Trophy for a rescue mission they'd accomplished in Vietnam. And that's today's timeline.
Who's on first? Yeah, go ahead and tell me. Who? The guy on first. Who? The guy playing first base. Who? The guy on first. Who is on first? What are you asking me for? I'm asking you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. You ain't telling me nothing. I'm asking you who's on first.
Sports, your 24/7 sports channel.
What happens after a crash doing 30 with no safety belt?
Face-off. You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
From the AFRTS News Center in Washington, this is the 2-Minute Report. I'm Gene Brink. Defense officials acknowledged Monday some civilians were accidentally killed during a U.S. airstrike last week in central Afghanistan. At a Pentagon briefing, spokeswoman Victoria Clark said, while final casualty numbers still aren't known, a joint U.S.-Afghan team, headed by an Air Force general officer, is being assembled to conduct a full investigation.
The team will take as long as they need to tour the sites, interview villagers, pilots, forward air controllers, and special forces, and to do as thorough as possible a job on the investigation. There is a lot of ground to cover, but we will work hard to get as many answers as possible.
Lieutenant General Gregory Newbold said while civilian lives may have been lost, U.S. air crews were firing in self-defense.
I don't think there's any question that our aircraft and our forces on the ground were fired at. So the investigation will determine the detail of what specifically precipitated the strike, and we'll defer to that.
As we have said repeatedly, we go to extraordinary lengths to avoid civilian casualties, and will continue to do so going forward as we prosecute the war on terrorism. We know they occurred, and we regret every one of them, but we do not have hard and fast numbers from what we have seen thus far.
General Newbold said the United States continues to have what he called a significant and viable mission in Afghanistan. He cited the discovery over the weekend of another large cache of weapons.
Our forces found a cache that included 29 of the shoulder-fired anti-air missiles of various makes, and we were glad to have recovered them, obviously.
That's the 2-Minute Report. I'm Gene Brink.
The thought of separating from the military can be very confusing. You can find yourself facing hundreds of questions, sending you in all sorts of directions. But there is a place that pulls together the employment information you'll need, your transition office. Stop by. They can help you make your future a little clearer.
Not all battles are fought on the battlefield. When a medical crisis strikes, the Fisher House is a humanitarian haven. It's a warm, comfortable place to stay in a supportive and caring atmosphere, helping families lessen mental and financial hardships. The first or second Sunday in July, your chapel will be taking a designated offering for the Lonsdale Fisher House.
And there are hands to catch you if you fall. Beyond this door, beneath this roof, within these walls,
I want to thank you for giving to the Launchstoel Fisher House. It's more than a place to stay. It's a place to find healing.
Can you guess which one is hiding AFN? TV? Of course. Now, let's try again. Ah, AFN Radio. Another fine choice. And AFN is on the web, too, with complete schedules, program descriptions, and features on shows that are coming up. So, no matter what kind of great programming you want to uncover, AFN is always a winner.
This month, Air Force News On Assignment takes you on vacation the Space A way. Space available travel with Air Mobility Command. On Assignment, Wednesday after sports on AFN Atlantic.
I want to have lived without trying to maintain and uphold a code of conduct.
I am an American fighting in the forces which guard my country and our way of life. I am prepared to give my life in their defense.
This is your esophagus.
Welcome to Navy Marine Corps News.
What a...
At Navy Marine Corps News, we work for you. Every week, we highlight sailors and Marines around the fleet. We keep you informed.
Push that trash right in space.
And sometimes entertained. Be an active member of our audience, because after all, it's your show.
Welcome to Daily News Update. I'm Petty Officer Jennifer Gray.
And for the sailors and Marines aboard 170 ships at sea and the Marines guarding U.S. embassies around the world, you can catch the latest headlines on Daily News Update. Check your local listings for dates and times.
Here's what's coming up on AFN Sports.
States Air Forces in Europe prosecuted 20 illegal drug cases during the first 6 months of 2001. Of those 20 people, 19 were found guilty. 13 were for ecstasy use. All those convicted went to prison, and 15 received punitive discharges. Don't kid yourself. Remember, the Air Force has a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to illegal drugs. You use, you lose.
Extreme Summer continues this month at the races. That's right, everything from drag racing, top fuel cars, and nitro motorcycles to American racing in the kart series at the Euro Speedway. And let's not forget about the German Touring Masters at the Nürburgring. Going to these events helps qualify you for a chance at winning a trip for 4 to Disney World. Check out www.extremesummer.com and come out to the races.
When the unfamiliar turns uncomfortable, remember to use a little caution, confidence, and common sense. Stay in well-lit areas where you have a good line of sight. Keep a steady pace and positive attitude. And above all, stay alert and aware of the activity around you. So even if you don't know the neighborhood, you can see your way through it by using some street smarts and common sense.
Get the facts on getting a ride in Europe. Call the Customs Hotline at DSN 381-7610. Find out how easy purchasing a car in Europe really is. With a little planning and the right forms, you can even get away tax and duty-free. For more info, drop by your nearest military customs office or dial the Customs Hotline, DSN 381-7610. Stars and Stripes is turning 60, and they're celebrating by giving away a Volvo S60 to one lucky reader. You could be the one. Just pick up a copy of Stars and Stripes and check out the classifieds for the registration form and official rules. The Stripes birthday giveaway runs through July 27th, and you can enter as often as you like. So pick up a copy of Stars and Stripes and register to win a new Volvo S60 today.
I can still feel his hooks in my ribs and taste the leather from his uppercuts. So why should I get out of the corner? Because I'd gladly take another 3 minutes of pain for a shot at the title. Wouldn't you?
I think they've done an incredible job with from the construction to putting out the merchandise. It's went well, and the soldiers appreciate it as always.
Outstanding job. Everything they bring in here goes pretty quick. Troops really love it. A lot of them come through here each and every day just to see what new stuff they come in here and buy.
They've had pretty much everything and anything we could ask for while we're here. Anything to make living more comfortable.
Just to keep the store stocked and to keep things going for the soldier, you can tell there's been a lot of effort put into it.
This is an AFRTS News Minute. The Joint Staff's Director of Operations, Marine Lieutenant General Gregory Newbold, told reporters Monday that long-term stability in Afghanistan cannot be achieved from military action alone.
Central Command and the forces in Afghanistan on a daily basis conduct humanitarian actions to help the Afghan people. There are other organizations do that as well, non-governmental organizations. They will do that as we can provide a safe and secure environment.
General Newbold says successful training of the Afghan National Army will also add to a more stable country.
We have trained 2 battalions. We're about to undergo training of a 3rd one. We will have follow-on battalions to the degree that the international community provides funding.
That's an AFRTS News Minute. I'm Paul Walters.
Reptiles can be very dangerous. Even the small ones can be very harmful, and not just in some remote corner of the world. Because many reptiles carry salmonella on their skin, and if it's transmitted to humans, it can cause serious illness. If you have any reptiles as pets, be sure your children always wash their hands with antibacterial soap after handling them. Remember, it can be a jungle out there.